We are back on the Rational Boomer podcast. This is going to be an interesting one. We had something earlier with Will early on in the election night. Now we're at about almost 10 o'clock Central Time, which is 11 o'clock Eastern Time, and people are freaking the fuck out. Just calm down. Just fucking calm down. We're going to go live on TikTok as well because I guess they're freaking out there as well. I just want you to settle down. You got to understand that what's going on tonight is very similar to what happened in 2020. We're hearing from a lot of red states. Here's the important thing: no state that went to Donald Trump is necessarily a surprise. It's not a surprise. The fact of the matter is, they are red states. We were hoping against hope that we might get a first round knockout, but that didn't happen. You would think, with all that's come to pass, that we would get that first round knockout, but there's no accounting for dumb fucks. All right. We are live on TikTok, and we're also recording the Rational Boomer podcast. And the reason I'm doing this is because we've got the election, of course, and people are freaking out. Here's what I want to tell you. We have people that freaking out on this because of all these votes going toward Donald Trump. None of them are surprising. None of them are surprising. We haven't heard from a lot of the blue states. We don't know the final in Pennsylvania, and Kamala's doing pretty well there. Michigan and Wisconsin, we don't know the finals there. And frankly, if she wins Wisconsin, Michigan, and Pennsylvania, she likely wins the race. People, people are coming to me and upset and excited. And listen, we've done all we can do. All we can do is see what happens here. I still believe Kamala's going to win this. I think we're doing okay in the Senate and then the House. Before anybody gets freaked out, just wait. Just wait. This is how it always happens. Early on, Donald Trump looked strong. Remember, that's the reason he made the argument. That's the reason he wanted to stop the vote counting, because he was ahead. But then when the mail-in ballots get counted, then it's a different story. I think the most disappointing thing about this, for a lot of this, is that with all that's gone to come to pass and all that's been said and all that's been done, we are hoping against hope that we'd get a knockout punch, that everybody would understand this, that everybody would vote against Donald Trump. And unfortunately, we misjudged dumb fucks. There apparently are a lot of them. Florida, for example, some people thought that that would possibly be flipped, and I was hoping that could be. Some people thought Texas could be flipped, but I wasn't quite as confident about that because fucking Texas. Um, but I got my wife, I got everybody calling me and everybody texting me freaking out. Just relax. Just relax. We got a long night ahead of us. We were hoping that by 9, 10 o'clock, 11 o'clock, it would be apparent, but that's not the case. Some of the places, some of the places that we thought might turn, they didn't. It's okay. The most important thing is that she wins. And I still believe that's that's the case. You got a lot of these places calling certain races in certain states and other people not calling them. I'm not sure what that means. We know that in Nevada, they've got such a lineup for the voting booths that they have to extend this until everybody gets through and votes. That's a good sign with Nevada. Why is this even close? That's a great question. Why is it even close? I mean, we got a guy who's a flat out criminal, who's an absolute loser. Remember, whether win or lose, he still gets sentenced in 3 weeks. Fucker could still go to jail, assuming he can't talk his way out of it. The most important thing here right now is that Kamala wins. And I believe Kamala will win this. It may be closer than we'd like. I thought it was really important that it would be a mandate against MAGA and Donald Trump, but apparently that's not what it is. We have Florida, who voted not only for Donald Trump, but voted for Rick Scott and voted against the abortion, or voted for the abortion ban. Florida used to be a wonderful place, a paradise, if you will. It's become a shithole. And if the people of Florida want to live in a shithole, that's fine, but nobody's going to want to go there, which is troubling because their main business is tourism. They've got a travel advisory there telling people of color not even to go to Florida. Same goes for Texas. If that's what they want to do, they can do that. There's good stories out there too. The Democrats are holding up their end with the Senate. We did lose the Senate in West Virginia, but that was expected when Manchin decided to leave. He claimed to be a Democrat, but he wasn't, and so a Republican won. That's right. Ted Cruz was reelected too. I know we've talked to Jace on the Rational Boomer podcast, and he wasn't sure, but he thought that Colin Allred would beat Ted Cruz, and apparently that's not the case. But again, we're talking about Texas. Nothing surprising about Texas going red. TJ the plumber is out there, and he is the moderator. You Trump-fucks come in, you're going to get blocked. If I see you, you're going to get blocked. Realtor Sandus says, Florida here. We are a political dumpster fire. So embarrassing. You're absolutely right. It's hard to explain that. It's hard to explain what they're doing to that state. But this is going to cause people, doctors, athletes, good people to move the fuck out of that state. That is going to become a problem area. Is there still a chance for her? Of course there is. She's going to win. It's just not as solid as we expected. See, here's the problem. As good people, we see the horrific things that Donald Trump does, and we think, how is that possible? How is he going to possibly get these votes? But there's no accounting for evil, stupid people. Apparently, there's a lot more than we expect. Maybe not enough to win this election, but too many to just disregard. I'm really scared, bro. Trump's going to win, I think. Would you fucking stop? Would you just fucking stop? Kamala's going to win. It will be fine. I work in special education. I will lose my job if he wins and get rid of the Department of Education. My wife was a teacher too, and I know there's a lot of teachers concerned about that. And that's what we have to be concerned about. And that's why people of any common mind has to get out of their chairs and go vote. And you would hope that some of the Republicans would have enough common sense to see what's going on, but apparently not. Really getting concerned, just don't see a blue wave. I thought there was going to be. I think everybody thought there was going to be a blue wave, honestly. That only makes sense that there would be one with all that's going on. But just don't freak out yet. Don't freak out yet. This is not dissimilar than what happened in 2020. Donald Trump. There are a lot of mail-in ballots that have to be counted. That's mostly Democrat, all the blue states. You haven't heard from that many blue states. It's mostly been red states. He's got, 210 electoral votes, but how many more big states does he have to win? They're all pretty much behind him, Florida and Texas. This can't be happening right now. Well, Lady Moore, it isn't happened yet, so relax. I hope Harris is able to come back, but it is looking really bad. It's looking bad because you're seeing red states voting for Donald Trump. Is that a fucking surprise? It's not a surprise. It always happens like this every time, and the blue wave will come next. Yes. I don't know if it'll be a blue wave, but it'll be blue enough where Kamala will win this. The big blue cities and counties haven't been counted yet. You're exactly right. That has not happened. Trump all the way. Fuck you. You're done. You're not going to win. You're fucking losing, and you're blocked. Somebody else says the big wave is coming. I don't know if it's going to be a big wave, but there'll be a wave coming, and everybody will be more comfortable. I knew this would happen, that people would freak out as soon as something didn't go exactly planned. And I think the issue here is that A lot of us, including me to a certain extent, thought people would have some common sense and thought that they would do the right thing. But apparently there are people in red states that don't have the wherewithal. They don't understand what the fuck is going on. And so they said, screw it. You know, we're still going to vote for Donald Trump. No way Donald Trump does better than he did in 2020 because he's done nothing to gain votes. Um, what do you think NYT is saying? Trump has 88% chance to win. New York Times? Who owns the New York Times? What has the New York Times told us at this point? You can't trust the New York Times, for fuck's sake. Don't even listen to that shit. It's the red mirage. Yeah, we saw the red mirage before. Only in super red places is he doing better. You're absolutely right. Past elections have been down and came back because Western states bring us up. I mean, for example, California, probably Nevada, maybe Arizona, maybe certainly New Mexico, Minnesota. We can win Wisconsin, Michigan, and Pennsylvania. It's fucking over. So just relax. Um, what can you tell me about Wisconsin, Pennsylvania, Arizona, and GA? All we know, it's too close to call. But I'm looking at Michigan right now. Kamala is up by like 5 points. So she wins Michigan, she wins Pennsylvania. Donald Trump's in some deep trouble. So you just need to fucking relax. You're the dad I wish I had. I love mine. Don't get me wrong, but he votes a certain way regardless. Yep, I get it. Kamala won California. Well, that would be expected. The only they only watch the news that makes them feel good. Well, that's true. I enjoy you a lot. I love how you just tell it the way it is. Well, thank you. It's about time somebody in the media does that, but they don't. So I'm here to give it a try. Harris won California, 54 electoral votes. That was pretty much planned. It's rare. It's never happens that a Republican wins California. TJ the plumber says, don't interact with the trolls. The mods will handle them. Absolutely. These people can't build a platform on their own, so they come on other people's platforms to spew their bullshit. Don't allow them to do that. If you interact with them, don't interact with them because they'll just go whine into TikTok saying we're being mean to them, and fuck them. Mama Try says, I get annoyed thinking that people won't vote for a woman. Hope they prove me wrong. Well, there's something to be said for that. There may be some people that say, I won't vote for a woman. I won't vote for a woman of color. Unfortunately, there are some of us out there that have that mentality. Hopefully, there's not enough of them to consider that. Jay Kim says, who are you in favor of? You're not listening? Please address Latinos in PA going for Trump. I can't explain that. I just did a recording with Will on the podcast, and he is I think he's Latino, and well, he is Latino. Can't remember if he's from Mexico or Puerto Rico, but yeah, he has the same concern. He has the same wondering, what the fuck is going on with these people? What the hell is that? I keep getting these things popping up. A lion, a fucking hat. I don't know what that stuff is, but I appreciate it. Can she win? Of course she can win. Wait till the blue states start getting finished up. I'm worried more about our society. Well, I'm worried about our society too. We've got a number of people that aren't the finest folks that lean toward a dictatorship or authoritarianism. And this is the point. This is the fight we've got to do. We've got to get Kamala in, see where we stand in the House and the Senate. And I told some people before on TikTok, I said, when we got to election day, there was no reason to worry at that point because we can't worry about things we can't control. What we've got to worry about is what we do next. And what we do next will depend on what happens here. Whether it's good or bad, only thing we can do is figure out what to do next. Whatever Trump does to these folks, they very well deserve him in the mess. Yeah, I've said that before, and people say I'm insensitive. But if you're in Florida and you vote for Donald Trump and Rick Scott, you deserve what you get. Don't expect any pity from us or any concern because you asked for it. Stella Kyles, I just don't understand how any women would vote for the man. God be with us all. I agree with you. Makes no sense that a woman would vote for Donald Trump, but again, it's no accounting for stupid fucking people. We will be like Russia if he wins. Well, not quite. I voted for her, but this isn't going well. Trump going to win. How can you say it's not going well? It's all red states that said they're going for Donald Trump. What did you expect? They'd all go blue from being red all these years? Come on. I get my real political news from you. Thank you. Um, I'm just blocking people here because I get tired of dumb motherfuckers. I'm worried, Boomer. I know you're worried. Just relax. You got to ride this out. Uh, did you see Minnesota for Trump and Wisconsin 4 years ago? What are you, stupid? I live in Minnesota. Minnesota did not vote for Donald Trump. Minnesota hasn't voted for a fucking Republican in 50 years. And Wisconsin did not go for Donald Trump in 2020. So get your facts straight before you start talking that shit. You don't know what you're talking about. And you are gone because you're a dumbass. I don't care if you're Democrat or Republican. Um, let's see here. I hope Minnesota can stay pro-union. Minnesota's going to be fine. This happened back with Biden. Woke up and boom, momentum went to the Democrats. Y'all need to chill. You're absolutely right. Uh, I'm in here blocking dumb fucks. Sorry about that. Iowa. Now, I've had Eric on the show, Analytical Iowan, and there was some possibility that Iowa might flip to um, Kamala Harris. That didn't end up happening. But again, it's not a surprise. It's a red state. So um, there's really no surprise there. DJ Danny Savage needed to hear you speak grandpa vibes to settle me down. Well, I am a grandpa, probably not old enough to be your grandpa, but I am a grandpa. Minnesota will never be red. You're absolutely right. I've lived here all my life. There's no way Minnesota goes for Donald Trump. Just not going to happen. Wait for the blue shift. Absolutely. AP numbers will make you all feel better. Trump 214, Harris 279. Yeah. Gen X Jace, he's our boy from Texas. You fucked up down there in Texas, Jace. Ted Cruz is back. Really? Is that what you want to live with? Mike, this is moving fast, but it's basically under control. Yeah, I agree. I agree. The only issue about this, if it's closer than we expected it might be, it will give Donald Trump more room to complain and argue and talk about a rigged election. It still won't work. It didn't work in 2020. Are your mediators here, Boomer? Moderators? Yeah, they are. Well, at least one of them is. I know for sure. I feel better when you say relax. Yeah, please relax. Russian interference, Ali Fortobi. Yeah, that's interesting. We know that there were bomb threats in all of the swing states, especially Georgia. And we know that these calls came somehow from Russia. So what does that tell you? Donald Trump and the Trumplafucks are in cahoots with the Russians, and they're doing whatever they can to create chaos. But the problem with that is when they did that, they had to shut things down for a little bit. It wasn't a credible threat. And then they just extend the hours when they can take the vote. So they didn't gain anything in that situation. Balloon Envy says, I cannot believe Cruz won. I'm a little surprised at that too. But again, we're talking about fucking Texas. If Texas wants to secede, I'll sign on that one. You can secede if you want to. Uh, you're done. No, Steve, you're fucking done because you're blocked and you're a piece of shit. Uh, saw that they voted Boebert back too. That may be, and I don't really care about Boebert getting back in because she's inept, incompetent. So I'd rather have somebody who's inept or incompetent as a Republican in the House than somebody that has some wherewithal. I don't really give a shit about her. She may very well get indicted in the superseding indictments from Jack Smith. North World Company. I'm in Texas and I'm so ashamed. I get it. I understand. And Florida. Oh my God, so sad in every sense of the word. He already has cried foul. Of course he has, but nobody's listening to his shit. When do you think all the votes will be final? Well, it's hard to say. Um, I thought we'd have a pretty good idea by 10, 11 o'clock at night because it would be such a one sided thing. We're not seeing that now. And while that disappoints me, it doesn't concern me because most of everything we see are red states. Trump will call this a mandate and seize more power. He can't seize power unless he wins the election. He's not going to win the election. Texans deserve what they voted for. I'm sorry to say you do. If you don't like what's going on in Texas, you got two options: vote better or get the fuck out. If I was in Texas, I would get the fuck out. I would move someplace else because that's not going to be good. And the same with Florida. uh, all these red states getting out of the way. That's right. Texas and Florida, those are the big states for Donald Trump. What's he got left? He had Utah for um, three electoral votes. Robert Burnett says doesn't look good. It doesn't look good because it's all red states. Calm the fuck down. I'm disappointed in the women who voted for Trump. Yeah, I am too. But you know what? When they have the issues that the evangelicals fight against, and you live in Florida and live in Texas, you deserve it. I'm sorry to say that. I'm in Indiana and I'm not surprised. No, I'm not surprised by Indiana at all. I mean, it would be wonderful to think that people would realize Donald Trump is a piece of shit and that they wouldn't vote for him even if they are Republicans, but that's just not the case. And I'll be honest with you, watching what's going on MSNBC or some of these other places, that doesn't help either. They're just trying to whip up a frenzy. That's it for Kamala. I'm in tears. You're wrong. You're just flat out wrong. You don't think Trump will win? No, I don't think Trump will win. Are we waiting for Georgia? Yeah, we're waiting. It's still too early to tell. Um, let's see here. I can't watch the news. Yeah, don't watch the news. He's winning Pennsylvania. No, he's not. He's not. Just let it play out. It depends on what votes come in. The blue counties, the red counties, the mail-in votes. You can't you can't say anything until you know everything. They still have to count the millions of mail-in votes. Trump hates those. Yeah, absolutely. And that's where Biden took over with the mail-in ballots. Winning Michigan, Pennsylvania, and Wisconsin gives Kamala the White House. You're absolutely right. Um, that's all she really needs to do. It's confusing people because he keeps on breaking it down Pennsylvania by county. Yeah, that's the thing that troubles with me with Steve Kornacki. He's such a nerd about this stuff. He breaks it down into minutia, and that's not what people need to hear. That in itself creates chaos. Well, if you break this down and he got more than 2020 here and less than 2006, who cares about that shit? You can't compare this election to past elections because it's an entirely different realm. Same thing happened in 2020. You're absolutely right. Same thing happened. That's why I was reluctant to come out here before we got the final answers because I knew people would be freaking out. Trump will set us back 100 years. It's more likely he will be sentenced to a fucking 100 years. I don't think he will win either. We just have to be patient. Yes, you have to be patient. You have to. Um, so I got one fucking clown says, "Good night, Trump 2024." You remember you did that last time. Donald Trump said, "I won" on the night of the election. Woke up the next morning. Oh, he didn't win. And then you fucking cried. Get ready to cry because that's what's going to happen. She just won Oregon. Please, if you're seeing this, keep me updated. I can't watch what's going on and do this. So I'm counting on you to keep me updated. Turn off the news. It will make you feel better. Yeah, it will until the blue states start hitting. I'm sure Harris is going to win. I'm just worried about my daughter's future if she doesn't. I get it. I'm worried about my nieces. I'm worried about my granddaughter. I'm worried about my daughter in law. I'm worried about a lot of folks too, but I'm confident that we'll be fine. Do you still think we will win? Yes, I do. You're so calm. I'm a mess. Well, here's the deal. You can't get upset and excited about something you can't control. The votes are in, they're counting the votes. All we can do is wait. That's all we can do. Worrying about it doesn't do any good. So you don't fucking worry about it. All you have to think about is um, what we do after the decision is made. I'm confident that it'll be Kamala Harris. Then we got to go back to fighting hard again because we're finding out there's too many dumb fucks out there that haven't learned a lesson. Even if Donald Trump won, all we have to do is figure out, okay, what's next? How do we fight this? You don't just curl up in a corner and cry and have pity for yourself. We're in a fucking war here, and this is a battle. But the war won't be won even if Kamala wins. There's still more to this fight. This is the Super Bowl for news channels. Turn it off. Yeah, absolutely. This is the moneymaker for them. This is like the Christmas rush for them. They're making money, and the more you get whipped up, the more they make. There'll be a big drop during the night. I just like last time. Yeah, absolutely. My wife went to bed and made me promise that it was going to be okay. She's upset about it, and I get it. Thank you for the calming information. I'm not as worried as I was before I started listening to you. Thank you. It doesn't do any good to worry. Um, we can't control anything right now. All we can do is see how it plays out and then deal with it to the best of our ability. And we will do that. We always do that. My biggest concern, everybody worries about if Donald Trump loses, will there be violence? I don't think that's the case. I'm more concerned about violence if Donald Trump wins, because um, because there are people so terrified out there that who knows what some crazies might do. But just relax and let's play this out. Kamala Tim 280. Great optimism. Well, if you don't have optimism, what's the point of getting up in the fucking morning? I put up $10,000 bet because you said he would win. Hope you're right. Well, I will be right. Uh, you said he would win. No, no, no. I never said Donald Trump would win. I said Donald Trump would lose. And if you put up a $10,000 bid on Donald Trump, you deserve to fucking lose. I can't believe Trump has so many electoral votes. Really? Because most of what's come in are the red states. He may not get too many more than what he has. And if he doesn't, he fucking loses. So relax. We still have to fight for Senate and House seats, absolutely. And I think we're doing okay there. We keep fighting forward no matter what outcome, absolutely. I hear people all the time saying, "Oh, if I if Donald Trump wins, I'm leaving the country." Fuck that. We're in a fight here. Fight is never over. Zach Kimball just said he was wrong. He was a Kamala. He's saying Trump is going to win. I don't even know who the fuck Zach Kimball is, so I don't give a fuck what he says. If Trump by chance wins, Biden can use his new immunity power. Well, that's something too. I don't understand why New Jersey is taking so long to call it. That's a good point, but that will go to Kamala. 90% chance Donald Trump wins. Joe Dirt is this dipshit's name. you're wrong and you're fucking gone because you're a piece of shit. Uh, this guy really has you believe Kamala is going to win. Now he's preparing you for a loss. Nah, that's not what I'm doing. I'm telling you right now, he's going to lose. Come on, guys, start blocking some of these motherfuckers. Can you comment on Trump's lead in PA? It depends on what counties have been counted. There are red counties in Pennsylvania, and there are big blue counties. You can't really talk about it until the final results are in. Can you comment Trump's lead in PA? I just did. Did you vote for Harris in the primary? Well, you're gone too because you don't understand fucking politics. I hate dumb fuckers. Trump is cheating. I don't know if it's about Trump as well. He's kind of cheating with these bomb threats and all these swing states. Can't wait to see liberals' heads explode. I can't wait to see you dumb fucks explode because you did last time and you're going to do it this time. We need 100 plus electoral votes to catch Trump. 230 for Trump. New Jersey has been called for Kamala. Okay. Trump took North Carolina. That was a bit of a surprise, but not a huge surprise. The good news is the governor beat Donald Trump's BFF, Robinson, and you would presume that that might give him North Carolina. But again, North Carolina was expected to be red. Iowa was expected to be red. California is definitely for Kamala since it's so blue. Yeah, there's no question about that. Kamala should have hire you for the White House. Very knowledgeable. Nah, she doesn't need me. I don't listen to shit. Do you think we have a chance still? Absolutely, absolutely. I voted. I voted blue all the way. Can you believe these people want a fascist dictator? It is disappointing. Um, why was Trump projected as a winner in Missouri with only 1% in? That's an excellent point. That's an excellent point. Why were they considered? Um, why were they projecting? That's my question about these media outlets. They're projecting people with 2% in. That makes no sense. Um, you made the worst predictions. You have no insight whatsoever. But you know what? I can block your shit. Why is this so close? Because we've heard mostly from the red states. Just all you can do is sit and wait. That's all you can do. Better get ready to call Donald Trump daddy. Um, now, it's 230 to 179 for Trump. Okay. What else is he going to win? What else is he going to win? Is he going to win Minnesota? Is he going to win PA, Michigan, Wisconsin? I don't think so. Let's see here. Let's see here. Okay. AP is calling North Carolina for Trump. Really disappointed about that, even though I know it was a long shot. Yeah, it was a long shot. I'm in Reno, Nevada. I'm scared. Well, yeah, I think everybody's nervous. Um, Steve Hiller, it's a red massage, happens every election. It does. That's why Donald Trump cried about losing the last one. Us Dems, liberals will always stick together no matter what. Absolutely. Regardless of what the turnout is or outcome is, you got to still fight. I'm not convinced Donald Trump is going to win this. Um, so fuck you. Guy says, Haas, you know what? I'm kind of liking this. People saying it's over. The red states are going, it's over. The red people, the dumb Trumplafucks. Um, and they'll say it's over. That's what you said in 2020. And then you told us Donald Trump would be back in office by August. Guess what? Didn't happen. If Trump wins, that'll be the end of America. No, it won't be the end of America, but it'll make it extremely difficult henceforth. Trump will win Michigan and Wisconsin. And you and your four followers can confirm that, like you fucking know anything. Trump 2024, Veronica. See ya, Veronica. We don't need you. Don't let the door hit you where the good Lord split you. What is giving you hope? Paying attention. Look at the states that have gone for Donald Trump that come early in this election. They're all red. None of them are a surprise that he won them. None of them are a surprise. The blue states are yet to come. The swing states are yet to come. And that's when everything changes. See, here's the deal. That's what happened in 2020. Donald Trump sitting here on a night like tonight saying, I won, I claim victory, wakes up the next morning and guess what? Dumb motherfucker lost. That's what keeps me hopeful. I'll be so glad when this is fucking over. I'm tired of people being nervous and scared. Trump 2024 finally here. Nope, you're wrong. Fuck you. How many electoral votes does Trump have so far? I think it's like 230. He needs 270, but where's he going to get the other 40? Does he still have a chance to win North Carolina? Apparently he did win North Carolina. That's not a surprise. Georgia, I don't think that's been called as yet. It's like sitting in a waiting. I pray you're right, Mike. I pray I'm right too. By morning, Kamala will be our president. I tend to agree with you. Did we lose Georgia? No, it's still too early to call. Wisconsin, still too early to call, which I find strange. He's not. He's going to lose. I agree. Yes, they just called Georgia. Well, what did they call it? Trump supporters are a disgrace. They are. Georgia isn't officially called, but the Secretary of State is calling her for Trump, according to ABC. Again, we're talking about news outlets that are making calls on things, and they're just trying to be the first ones to do it. It's fucking annoying. Penn State, how do we win? I don't fucking care. Go to bed. It's over. Uh, you know what? When I do go to bed, if I go to bed, I'll wake up in the morning and you'll be crying your ass off. New York Times gives them an 88% chance of winning. Fuck the New York Times. Think of all the shit they've said and all the things they've done. Um, I'm nervous. We can't have Trump win. I agree. Trump spent his last campaign day in Grand Rapids, Michigan, and only has 40% of the vote in the county. I am so looking forward to tomorrow when we know essentially who's won, and I can laugh at motherfuckers. I'm only disappointed that it's going to be closer than I thought it might. I thought decent people of the Republican Party would see how horrific Donald Trump is and think better of it. But apparently I was wrong. There is no Republican that's worth a shit. They're all connected to Donald Trump. And when he loses, they're going to be stuck with the stink of Donald Trump on him. Fulton County is delayed because of bomb threats. Yeah, and who's sending out those bomb threats? Donald Trump and the Russians. And why? Because they're fucking worried. If Trump loses, do you think he'll run again in 2028? I don't think he'll be alive in 2028 or out of jail or out of court. I'm not worried about 2028 with Donald Trump. The thing about it is I keep blocking these Trump humpers, and it amazes me how stupid they are. Any news about PA? I haven't. I don't have any. There is nothing concrete about Pennsylvania. I am surprised that we're seeing things be as close as they are. I expected it to be a wider margin, but at this point, I don't really care what the margin is. As Kathy York, I'm disappointed we lost the Senate. Who said we lost the Senate? I thought women were coming out. I think they have. What else? Liberals are pure evil. Go to bed with that. Sleep well with Trump wins. Fuck you. We don't care about you. What about the early votes? Don't they count those when the polls close? Yeah, that's exactly right. There are early votes that will be counted. And that's why last time in 2020, Donald Trump went to bed thinking he's winning and he wakes up and he didn't win. So just before anybody gets excited, um, Tio Thanos says, look at 2020 maps. It's looking very similar to what we're seeing now. And you're right about that. But that's what's disappointing. We would think that we would have fared better in 2024 than we've done in 2020. I mean, fuck, he overturned Roe v. Wade. He's been convicted of 34 felony charges. He's been found liable of sexually assaulting women. And apparently for Republicans, that doesn't matter. We will lose their subscription benefits soon. What that fucking means. Sherrod Brown in Ohio lost his Senate seat to MAGA Moreno. Is that true? I have to verify that. But Moreno is a piece of shit. But again, Ohio is red. Trump has not won Georgia. Shut up with your lies. Mommy and Mimi. Do you think Kamala can catch up? Absolutely. Kamala concession speech incoming. No. Why? Why do all these Trumplafucks have all these stupid names like they're tough guys? You aren't tough guys. Nobody's afraid of you. We are not going to win. It's bad. Well, you can cry and whine about it if you want to do that. The land of gospel missioners, 75% not elect Kamala, the messenger of Satan. Well, Jacob, you just earned yourself a ticket out. Let's see. I'm losing faith in the country. I thought we were getting better. Well, I will agree with you there. I've lost some faith in the people of this country. You would think that there would be a better showing fighting against Donald Trump, but apparently not. I've said all along, it's not just MAGA, it's Republicans in general. Republicans in general. They're all to blame. Those that will say, well, I'm not Donald Trump, they are the same. That Kornacki guy on NBC keeps saying Trump is overperforming, kind of making it seem like it's over. That's what I was saying about Kornacki. He takes everything, the minutia. Well, they're better there than 2020 or 2016. Just fucking let the race run. This guy's wetting his pants because this is what he lives for. This is like the weather person who loves tornadoes and fucking hurricanes. They get jacked up about this because this is their moment in time. Mitch King says, "Don't cry." Well, I ain't crying because I'm laughing at you, motherfuckers. Um, Shopping cart theory. I don't know what the hell you're talking about. We got rid of the electoral. Well, we haven't gotten rid of the electoral vote. She still has a chance to win this. Absolutely. We're getting better. Voted red. No, you're not. You're gone. We don't give a fuck what you think. I will say it again. Why are you on here if you're a Trump supporter? That's a good point. Trump has not won any states that he lost in 2020. They just called NC, but I don't understand. Democrat tears. Well, when you get up tomorrow morning, you're going to be a whining little bitch like you were in 2020. Georgia hasn't been called yet. Georgia has yet to be called. This is the red mirage. Yeah, exactly. We saw it in 2020. We're seeing it now. I think we all hope that we wouldn't see the red mirage because we believe that people would have some common sense and not vote for Donald Trump after all that's been said and done. Somebody's saying she's up to 192 right now. Well, there you go. And these dumb fucks that keep going, Trump 2024. Is that all you got? Is that all you got? Tired of you motherfuckers. Um, oh, dumb fucks. Why is it all the Trumplafucks that are coming in here, they have 35 followers? You couldn't draw flies if you were covered in shit. Praying she takes PA. Yeah, I think that's an important one. That's a very important one that she takes. Someone predicted Kamala will be Madam President. Maybe I did, claiming a Kamala win. Kamala wins New Mexico. Again, that's expected. You get nasty when you're wrong. No, actually, I don't. I have no problem with being wrong. I've been married 41 years. I'm wrong every fucking day. What I was wrong about at this point is that I thought better of Republican people. I thought there was more decency. I thought this would be a bigger win. She's still going to win, but I am disappointed by the fact that all these people, after all they've seen and heard, still vote for this rancid piece of shit. No, I thought there was more decent people in this country. Yeah, I did too. I'm nervous. Do you think Trump will reach 270 by 1 a.m.? No, because he's pretty much run through all the red states that have any numbers. So, no, I don't. Trump won the election. No, you dumb fuck, he didn't. And you're gone because we don't care about you. You're inconsequential. And when Kamala wins, you can whine and cry, and we're just going to laugh at you. Minnesota turning blue. It's always been blue. That's nothing new. I live in Minnesota. There's no way that Donald Trump was ever going to win in Minnesota in spite of what he said. 230 was Trump's baseline projected months ago, so he has done nothing extra. That's actually right. Kamala made a mistake courting Liz Cheney and other Republicans. It was a waste of time. I don't think she needed to do that, to be perfectly honest with you. I don't know that it helped her or hurt her, but we don't need um, we don't need the Republicans, especially ones that are so much different than we are. Boomer is consistently authentic. Well, I try to be. I try to be. I want to bet 10K on it. 10K on what? Yeah, Trump 2024. You're gone because you're a dipshit. Want to bet 10K on it. You got 55 followers and your name is Franco. You're gone too because I can just smell a dumb Trumplafuck. I'm Canadian truck driver doing Canada to USA since 1997, and I'm so deceived for the Americans. Worried about the Americans. I'm thinking you're trying to say. What do you think about Georgia? I don't know what to think about Georgia. It should be close. I think she has the opportunity to win, but who knows in this day and age? Are we in trouble? Now, I mean, it isn't quite as big as I'd hoped it to be, but I don't think we're in trouble in terms of losing to Donald Trump. Um, honestly, like North Carolina or some of these states, I expected some of them to flip blue because of all of Donald Trump said and did, but that wasn't the case. He didn't. It didn't flip blue. There were no surprises, at least at this point. So I am disappointed by that, but Biden had a chance. Kamala didn't. This was doomed from the start, unfortunately. Really? Really? You got 14 followers. You can't be worth a shit. So you're done. When will we know Pennsylvania? Hopefully soon. Hopefully soon we will. Um, Trump will never, well, no, Trump will never win New York. No, he lost New York. Trump is king. Yeah. You're a dumb shit. I want Trump humpers to understand something. Regardless of how this all goes, I'm going to still be here and I'm going to be still kicking your ass like I've been doing for 4 years. He will never win New York because New York knows the bastard. Yeah, that's true. We need to win Philadelphia, and we should. My God, what's going on with people in this country? Are we going backwards? It would seem like it, at least with some of us. This is why we have to have Kamala win. We get Kamala to win, and we still got a lot of work to go, a lot of fight ahead of us. So we got to keep that in mind. Pennsylvania is the key. If she went Pennsylvania and there's a lot of mail in the boats to be counted, yeah. PA, I heard maybe by tomorrow afternoon. Well, that's possible. I wasn't expecting that. Um, I just got to stay positive. I've been working and come here to get the news. Are we going to win? I always vote blue. I think Kamala will win. I think we've got a lot of night and a lot of blue ahead of us, so I'm not worried about that. I am concerned about the House. I it's hard for me to keep track of what's going on and do this, so I count on some of you to tell me. Unfortunately, some of you fucks uh, tell me the wrong shit because you might be Trump-la-fucks, like this dumb fuck who's now gone. Um, Ahead in PA and GA, North Carolina. Oh my God, this wasn't supposed to happen. Well, Donald Trump winning wasn't supposed to happen, and I'm not convinced um, that it will happen. The Senate is gone onto the House by a shoestring. I, I, I haven't heard that the Senate is gone yet. You just gotta fucking relax. Everybody's so fatalistic. Go to bed, pops. Fuck yourself, Joe Blow haircut. Old man, you talk tough. Yeah. You know how tough I talk? That I actually have a name and a picture, and you've got a user number and no picture. You're kind of a pussy ass bitch as far as I'm concerned. Question: have you told all the illegals when Harris wins, the money stops and they're on their own? Oh, Jesus Christ. So fucking annoying. So tired of dealing with Trump LaFucks. Kamala won VA. Yeah, that's expected. This is literally 2016 again. Now it's more like 2020. Can she still win if she loses PA? It's going to be tougher. Yeah, she needs to win PA. She still has a pass, still some percentages yet to come. People keep saying Sherrod Brown lost in Arizona or in Ohio, and I presume that's true, which is disappointing, especially the fucking meathead they voted in. But again, we're talking about Ohio. So this guy tells me that I'm not even listening to him because he's obviously a piece of shit. Even if Kamala wins, but we're losing the Senate and House, so how can we get things done without? We haven't lost the House and the Senate yet. Just fucking relax. Do you think we will win Michigan? Yeah, I do think we'll win Michigan. Oh, Jesus Christ. I don't know. The moderators, I'm curious as to how we're looking out there with Trump LaFucks. We got a lot of them. Um, Claiming Harris wins PA in Jesus' name. Uh, Will Hodges, dipshit, gone. It's 205 to 230 now. You see, it's coming back and it will come back. And it may not turn out completely like we hope, but Kamala will win this thing without question. Trump is done with his followers. He's got your vote, doesn't care about you anymore. There's something to be said about that. There's people on other lives saying it's over. On TikTok, there are so many dipshits on TikTok, honest to God. Um, if you're listening to other people on TikTok and they tell you it's over, they don't know what the fuck they're talking about. MSNBT reporting says Philadelphia numbers are good for Kamala. Well, of course they are. They're going to be. They're saying she is down too much to win PA. I want to puke. Oh, goodness sakes. Why are we watching you lose your shit? Am I losing my shit? I don't ever lose my shit. The only people that lose their shit are Trumplafucks when they lose. So get ready because I'm going to laugh at you, motherfuckers. Do you think it's because she's a female or because she doesn't care about his record? I think her being a female and a black female at that is part of the problem for some people. I would hope there would be less. Uh, all right, thank you, TJ. I'm going to take this a little past the hour, and then I uh, may come back a little later. I'm not sure. 81% already in Pennsylvania. They're not looking good. Oh, Jesus Christ. I'm tired of people whining and getting failed. When should I get nervous? When the final count is in. That's when you should get nervous. We will all survive the next 4 years. I blame the Democrats for allowing this to happen. Well, if the Democrats lose this, you can blame the Democrats. But I don't think we have to worry about Kamala. Trump. I'm tired of people telling me that states are called and they got two fucking followers. Jesus Christ, shut up. You know what? I'm going to wrap it up here in about 3, 4 minutes, and then I'll maybe come back as we get um, closer to this. Whether it's good or bad news, I'll be back. I'm not afraid of anything here, um, especially Trumplafucks. You don't fucking scare me. I think women, yeah, everybody's going to second guess. Biden should have gave it to her early. Just fucking wait till the final answer, because all you people whining, if Kamala wins, I'm going to go, what the fuck? 205 to 230, Kamala wins Virginia. Yeah. All right. According to CNN, Harris is leading Virginia by 4.2%. She's also leading New Mexico by 5.02%. Praying you're right. Thank you, Boomer. Trump. Okay. I'm tired of reading people telling me stuff when I tell you what I'm going to do. I'm going to end this here. I'm going to probably come back and decide and tell you more about what happens after I catch up to what's going on here. So I'm going to just relax. Let's just wait till the final count is in. It may not be till tomorrow morning, which surprises me, but it may not be till tomorrow morning. Before you walk out on the ledge, wait till the final count. All right. Oh, that's fucking hard when everybody's freaking out. I'm going to wrap this up here on the Rational Boomer podcast as well. We'll probably be back before it's all said and done. Hold on. We'll see what happens.